Well, hey, we're in St. Louis, Missouri, and it's Sunday, June
26.
26th, and we have Alex Poe and Cliff Walls, our Michigan State graduates and canoeists that this summer are on an adventure of a lifetime, canoeing the Mississippi from the headwaters in Minnesota all the way down to Venice, Louisiana.
That's right.
And they're canoeing for Friends of the Fisherman. And we finally got them here in St. Louis, and we're at the home of their host for the time they're in St. Louis, Ed Ingram. Hey, Ed.
You're welcome.
Thanks for putting them up.
Thank you.
So, guys, a lot of us have been following you down on your trip down the river and watching your postings on Facebook and on your blog. So far, what do you think is the biggest event or the biggest aha that you've had on this trip?
In what regard? The toughest?
Well, let's go there. What's been the toughest?
The toughest was Lake Pepin. That's in Minnesota. It's only a 20-mile lake, but the wind was pretty intense that day. We had 14 hours to cross 20 miles. It was about half of our normal mileage that day. It was the day before we did 47 miles in 7 hours, and for Lake Pepin we had to do 14 hours just to get 20. We thought we were going to die a couple moments, about 3-foot waves, white caps. About a third of the time, he was paddling by himself, and I was in the back sponging the water out. Yeah, we were just terrified all day.
Yeah,
that was by far the worst moment.
It was physically tough, but it was also mentally just demoralizing because you would just pick a point on the side of the lake and you would just paddle, and you wouldn't move. It would just inched along. It was pretty bad.
So something more than you might have expected in terms of difficulty, right?
Yeah, because it's a lake. You know, we signed up for the river, weren't aware of these wide lakes.
Sure.
So it was a surprise, but it's a good challenge. It feels good to be done.
And now we're used to waves. So
that's good. Well, we've been, as I said, we've been following your blogs and so forth, and a lot of the notations that you've made in there are about the interesting people and the wonderful people that you've met along the way. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, the kindness of the people is just, it's mind-blowing. We never would have expected this sort of just interest and help that we've gotten along the way. Everybody that we meet seems to be really interested, and they want to help us in some way. Do you want food? Can we give you food, or
place to stay?
At the very least, you want a beer? And it's just been amazing. You know, we've been fed. Just Ed's keeping us up today, and it's awesome to have a roof over your head when you've been camping.
And a couch. Just a cushion in general feels pretty good.
It's good. So it's kind of like pretty much a pay it forward kind of a thing that you're experiencing with people.
Really gonna have to. It's really just that's probably one of the biggest changes that this trip's gonna have on me. It's just that I gotta be nicer now. I gotta be more generous.
It reminds you that people are actually nice.
Yeah.
The TV's not always right about people, and it's been a really mind-blowing situation.
You know, really, for as young as you guys are, that's a life lesson that for a lot of people takes many, many years to learn.
Yeah.
It's pretty profound. It sounds like it's been a great gift.
Yeah, it's really good stuff.
It's been unexpected, but it's well received.
Yeah.
We welcome it. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's good. And as you come down the river, I know from the very beginning when you said you were planning the trip, and I found out about it, we certainly got very interested, being Spartans here in a river city, a river town on the Mississippi. But have you encountered other Spartans along the way?
Just 2 days ago we found a boat with a flag, a Spartan flag. But they had already walked into town, so we couldn't find them to stop and chat. In northern Minnesota, a guy said, "Go green from the beach." Some kids hanging out around like a campfire, and you can see on our boat that we're Spartans. It's very
pretty prominent.
Yeah.
In the Quad Cities, we were supposed to meet up with an alumni and some of his buddies, but that one fell through. It didn't quite work out with some timing, so that was too bad. But
Right, Ty Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to pull some things together for you up in the Quad Cities, which
Yeah,
was great.
We appreciate it. It just
Yeah, we really
we came
appreciate
in at the wrong time. The weather was getting bad, so we had to push on.
Right.
So,
But yeah, there's not too many yet, but the support we received from back home, from the Spartan community has been,
outstanding.
yeah, it really,
hope to see more of them too.
yeah.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
we, as recent alums, we're not aware of what the Alumni Association does, but being a part of this, really has motivated us to get involved with them. Just weren't aware of the extent of the activities that they do, and how valuable it can be. Just the connections you make, new friends, because everyone has that common interest, and it really just helps you spark a conversation. So yeah, we're looking forward to, getting more involved. Definitely gonna take that lesson from this.
Well, we're going to try to continue to do some hookups for you as you move down the river. You guys have to go through Memphis, and we have a new group that's forming in New Orleans, just a regeneration of a group that was there before. So we're kind of beating the drum for you, see if we can get the river communities excited about you coming down and some more Spartans on board with you. But I think you've seen, as you said, recent graduates, you probably haven't had a lot of exposure to the Alumni Association. You see what a network it is.
Yeah, it's huge.
And the lesson is that we're everywhere, all over the world, no matter where you go. There's usually a Spartan there. So
That's awesome.
Well, we're sure glad to have you in St. Louis, and I think you're a prime example of a saying that we're hearing more and more as part of University Development's push and logo, and it's Spartans will, and you guys definitely will and have. So we wish you the best of luck, and like I said, we're going to post this up on Facebook so your folks can see that you really are still alive. And things are going well, so say hi to your folks, your families.
Hey all.
Hi. You like the tan lines?
Yeah, look at those. Those are good.
Dads, they're very healthy, they look good, they sound good, and they're good spirits. And Ed and Ann Ingram are going to take great care of them tonight. So, guys, we're really glad to have you in St. Louis, and again, welcome.
Glad to
Glad
be
to be
here.
here. Yeah.